My family and I are about to embark on a real estate adventure. Just to give you an idea how serious we are about that, we got two guys pulling up weeds, and we had our flaming red master bedroom painted in a color called renter's beige, which is very popular. We got our computers, and we're doing research on distressed properties and desperate peoples. We even got rid of our moldy, leaky, inefficiently operating refrigerator. And get this, we got paid for it, $37 by the power company, which is apparently on some sort of suicide mission. I even mopped the grime and the dust and dirt off the floor where the refrigerator had been, just to give you an idea how ready we are to get tenants in here. And we'd probably have them in here by now if it weren't for a local ordinance. You must disclose to your prospective tenants that your house is haunted. It's something like termite infestation or a rotting corpse in the cellar. You just have to fess up about it. People think that just because a place is haunted, that's a reason to be afraid. The ghost may mean you no harm whatsoever. Quite the opposite. I had a friend who had a laundry ghost. And that ghost really helped me out in those years when I didn't have a single flesh and blood person who wanted to do laundry for me. Our ghost has been less helpful. We probably never would have noticed him if it weren't for his prostate problem. At night, he has to pee every 5 minutes. In a way, he's very polite about it. Always flushes, puts the lid down, washes his hands. He leaves no trace whatsoever of his presence. It only takes me a minute to settle down again. And that's when you begin to sense his twisting and turning on the living room couch, trying to convince himself that he can hold it until morning. But then, of course, it's back to our bathroom for another round. And just when you're starting to get the rhythm of it, he starts doing that erratic, jiggly thing, just to make sure every last drop gets out. I don't know why he doesn't use our guest bathroom. Doesn't like it for some reason. In the beginning, my wife thought this phenomenon I've been describing was just a plumbing problem. And for a second, I began to think she might have a point. But you know what? We've lived here for several years, and we never had any plumbing problems. Not until this ghost came along. So that argument doesn't really hold water, so to speak. I finally decided that my only hope was to make things as unpleasant for this ghost as possible. So for about 36 hours, I put my very strict diet on an emergency hold so I could consume as many disgusting foods as I could think of. Baked beans, straight from the can, coffee with expired milk, beef stick, a McRib sandwich that I bought several years ago and put in the freezer. I knew it was too good to stay on that menu. Cotton candy, straight off the stick, a can of beans, and a sandwich. Can of beans sandwich. Several slices of Velveeta cheese, still in the wrapper. Vienna sausages, I'm talking straight up, with the gelatinous embalming fluid that they come in. Pork and beans. Pickled watermelon rind. A wad of cookie dough. Peanut butter Captain Crunch. Bits of paper. College ruled. Handful of coffee beans. Couple of estrogen tablets. An apple covered in caramel. And a set of wax lips left over from Halloween. And Kahlua with a shot of extra strength Metamucil. And finally, some vinegarized asbestos from a chemistry set I got back in 1981. And then, at about midnight, I retired to the bathroom to let nature take its course. It was, when I was done, a disaster area. Al-Qaeda couldn't have done it any better. I did nothing whatsoever to make sure I left the room in a sanitary condition. I was proud of myself. I was in agony for about 90 minutes, but I tell you what, that night, no sign of the paranormal. I had literally grossed out the piss ghost. Of course, now we'll have to leave the bathroom this way. That'll probably cause its own problems with prospective renters, especially in this economy.